So a lot of Republicans apparently are going to go vote for a racist. Apparently the racist is in the lead. The racist, the rapist, racist, low-life, degenerate piece of shit. And no, I'm not talking about, well, who's that guy? That one president of that one third party? No, not that guy. What was that one guy who's the president of the U.S.? No, not about him fingering Tara Reid. And that's a sexual assault. And borderline up to rape. But Donald actually stuck his unit in Jean Carroll. $5 million. And when he fingered her, he curled inwards. So he scraped the inside of the walls. $5 million, convicted of rape. I don't know. I don't know who this Doug Burgum is. But that sounds better than that. Good old Doug Burgum. No, I'd rather vote for the governor of North Dakota. Good old Doug Burgum. Even if that is one of the worst states in the nation. Asa Hutchinson. Yes, good old Asa Hutchinson. Good old Asa Hutchinson and Vivek Ramaswamy. Good old Vivek Ramaswamy. He was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, 1985. Old Porkopolis. What is Vivek Ramaswamy? I love saying his name. Asa Hutchinson, Doug Burgum, Vivek Ramaswamy from India. Well, he's here now. He's been here. Well, he wants to raise the voting age up to 25. If you're 18, you can't vote. If you're 19, no fucking way. 20, fuck you. If you're a 24-year-old American citizen, Vivek Ramaswamy is going to take away your right to vote unless you're in the military or if you're a first responder or if you pass a civics test. You know, these institutions are absolute crap. You get the MS, the fucking first responder, they're police state sons of bitches. They got egos. They don't know how to fucking give a fuck about other people. Pass a civics test? I like to pass a civics test. You shouldn't be able to be an American citizen if you don't know shit about America. You don't know the Bill of Rights? Get the fuck out of this country. Can you name 3 freedoms? You can't even name 3 American freedoms? Get the fuck out of this country. $600 million in the bank. Vivek Ramaswamy. He says capitalism solves everything. And it can even solve India's caste problems. And we know about India's caste problems. I know you, America, you and me, we are in tandem with one another. Nikki Haley. She says she wants a new generational leader. Nikki Haley, she was the one that was going to defend the Confederate flag. And then when it got taken down, she defended it being taken down. So she's actually kind of a common sense Republican. I mean, compared to that fucking rapist, racist piece of shit. That was absolute hell. That was just everybody saying fascist, authoritarian, oppressor, molester, sons of bitches, bullying pieces of shit is the way to be. That's not the way to be. That's not the way to be. When I was younger, my mother was getting abused and she told me to be a better kind of man. Now, she never was going to be a better woman, but she did tell me to be a better man. And just oppressing somebody all day long, just standing over a grown-ass woman and telling her what to do. Who the fuck would want something like that? I think an oppressor enslaves himself with the slaves. The slave master has to stay on the plantation to make sure that they do the work that he tells them to do. He's not free to just live his life. Mike Pence is in there. DeSantis, Chris Christie. You got a lot of Republicans. So when sons of bitch motherfuckers do like TYT, pretend the son of a bitch doesn't, unless he wins the primary, you're going to sit there and shit on the People's Party and say that the guy who organized the People's Party doesn't have good game. He was trying to hit on this one woman and the one woman, it didn't work out. It was more of an Aziz Ansari kind of deal. We're going to go after Aziz Ansari because he's actually got the movement. He's got the right mentality. He's like JFK in terms of modernity. Mike Pence, Chris Christie, DeSantis, all these even old pudding fingers. Chris Christie's a total douchebag, but he's handsome, looks good on TV. He's opposite of Donald. Also, Marianne Wynn, no substance, but he makes it look good. She's got all substance, but kind of comes across as a little old woman. Mike Pence is Donald's straight man. The straight man's Donald Trump. If you love a blowhard douchebag orangutan, just wait until you find a serious person No, this is what we were going to do with our nation. We got a direction, a vision, and it'd be incredible if you loved the fucking orangutan, but you hated Mike Pence. Mike Pence was the one that made it seem like the country was actually being steered in a nice, straight. He can, if you like, Biden has been, if you just want someone to steer the boat straight, Mike Pence is your man. Not Chris Christie, not DeSantis. Mike Pence is your man. You want to steer the ship straight? Now, I think that progressive, the only way Republicans can get power back is by going progressive. I think it's the only way to save America, frankly. Both of the two parties are right-wing imperialist. But Elon Musk, even Elon Tusk, the great AI Aussie genius, watch out for AI or embrace it. We don't know. Elon Tusk, he's going to go ahead and just shoot an electric car straight to the moon, because who gives a shit? He's got a funny haircut. He's got a funny body build. He's from Australia. He's extremely rich. He did a bang-up job fixing Twitter, just like America with COVID. We were like, let's crack down on COVID and let's not give a shit about COVID, right? Elon Musk used that crazy free speech standard. Free speech? Where the hell did he get that shit from? Liberals taking Donald nowadays? Liberals who talk that Donald shit? You're more of a capitalist than a socialist. You're just trying to get them clicks, see? And then sitting there saying Donald's funny? You're going to fast forward past the racist, rapist, fascist, disgusting fucking old man. He's funny. He's funny. When Jean Carroll was being raped, you think she was laughing? You think she was having a good time? You think she thought that was hilarious? And then the next 30 years of her fucking life was ruined? You think that's funny? Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. Interesting. And yet this one fucking guy who basically whatever. People'd rather punch down than punch up. Yeah, Donald's a fucking rich oligarch and shit, so I guess he gets to commit all the fucking crimes and we're all just gonna laugh. Yeah, he was on Epstein Island. Yeah, war crimes, drone strikes, kill a little American girl. Who gives a shit? This America. Who gives a shit? I heard that our entire economic system is based upon our institutions. You think our institutions work? Because here in America, we know that they're crap. We want those foreign goods. That's an American-made car? Well, that car's going to break the fuck down. That car isn't going to run. Give me an Audi. Give me a Volkswagen. If RFK and Marianne Williamson were to join forces, Marianne Williamson, the president, RFK, the VP, I think they would win. But I've been asking my question, this question, are they cool enough? They're awesome. I love them both. I can listen to Marianne Williamson. Are they Abercrombie enough? Do they accessorize right? Are they good Americans? How's their gait? Do they know the Constitution? Cornel West, on the other hand, he's cool enough. He's a President Camacho. He's a Jesse the Body Ventura. It's going to take a President Camacho because I don't think it's going to be Donald, but it's going to be they're going to have a worthy candidate. People are sitting there laughing at the Republicans because they're having this infighting. The fighting is going to make them stronger, and you're going to see a very strong candidate emerge. And all we're going to have is this stupid old fucking fossil that's just sitting there fucking shitting his pants. Hey, did you do anything? Oh, the infrastructure bill. I didn't get anything from that. Well, I did an infrastructure bill. You're a right-wing conservative fuck. You basically validated the entire Republican agenda, you piece of shit. We need an actual progressive in there. RFK Jr. doesn't have the voice. He doesn't have the look to be president, and Marianne Williamson may not either. She could be my president. I voted for Jill Stein. Jill Stein was wonderful. Oh, my God. Just because she's soft-spoken, I'm okay with her being nice and kind and soft-spoken. In fact, that's exactly what I want my leader to be. I'd go to war for Jill Stein. Right now, even if Jill Stein would say, hey, goddamn North Korea, all right. Jill Stein says we got to go to North Korea. I figured the progressive left needs like a Jesse the Body Ventura to take Biden out of power. Take Biden out of power from the left. We need a dynamic, loud, and proud person. If we could take Biden out of power from the left, that'll put a strong signal. And there's no way we'll have a breath of fresh air. And whoever the fuck they pick, we're going to steamroll right over them. On the other hand, that's what Lauren Boebert did. Lauren Boebert took out the Republican that had been in there for about 10 years. And then who do you think this damn Democrat, this right-wing fucking conservative Democrat, who do you think you're fooling? She's an insurgent Republican. This is a conservative district. She just took out the conservative. She's got it. This is hers to lose. But you think the damn Democrats ran a progressive race? No, they ran to the right. And then we're going to donate to that asshole for another 2 years and maybe he'll fucking have a progressive thought or two. I can listen to a person who is smart and right. Marianne Williamson has the right policies, the right mentality. She's talking about how being American is basically because of our documents. So she understands a lot. So even if she's not a body slamming authoritarian, stand over your shoulder every fucking moment of your goddamn life, fascist, molester, oppressor, piece of shit. She's not a professional wrestler. She can't body slam you if you disagree with her. But she's got the right policy. She's got a good head on her shoulders. Do we need President Camacho? Do we need President Camacho to thump us into, hey, universal health care is good for you assholes. No, we're going to build homes for the houses, you sons of bitches. I think it's going to take a big somebody. It's going to take a big somebody. You know? A Nat Turner, or a John Brown Soul Brother, an Eminem, a Britney Spears, a Christina Aguilera, even a Kevin Gates. And you really real? Diamonds, because you really ballin'. I got 100 of them, just sold them all. 100 of them, just sold them all. Liberals talking that Donald name nowadays, that's stupid. I don't like how liberals keep talking that Donald name. You ain't a fucking leftist. I try not to say the motherfucker. He's not real until he becomes real. Until he wins the primary. But that's how he won last time. He's a fucking asshole, and then either you say, it's funny, or it's not funny, and then he gets the clicks, you get the name, and you guys are, y'all remember that Donald Trump gravy train. Just put that bastard's name in the title, and look at all the clicks you get. Are you a terrible person? Are you the problem with American media? Yes, you are. But you're a worm, so you don't care. You need them clicks. You need them clicks. You need them clicks. So Cornel West is running for president. Running in the People's Party. That's great stuff. I love that Cornel West is running in the People's Party. Let's listen to some more of this interview.
This sounds similar to Marianne Williamson. So how would you set yourself apart from her campaign?
Well, I mean, I'm not really, in the business of setting myself apart from. I think that I speak from my own heart, mind, and soul, my own tradition, my own analysis, and she speaks from hers. I think there's certain truth. Anybody who's talking about shattering the callousness and indifference toward poor people and working people, I resonate with very much so. I just think I bring a certain history. I've had 55 years in the struggle, in the Black freedom struggle. Dealing with class struggle, dealing with imperial foreign policy in Latin America.
So he's right. Zach and Gavin is sitting there saying, why don't you just run for the Green Party, Cornel West? They've already picked Marianne Williamson. So the people that's picked Marianne Williamson, they see Cornel West as a threat to their own campaign. They're saying, why don't you run in the Green Party? Why are you doing the People's Party? And the reason why they're pointing out the People's Party is because of Nick Brana. I think Cornel West running for president, running as a People's Party candidate, I think they're both great fucking... Did you see Howie Hawkinson? I mean, Howie hit that the last Green Party candidate was, and he's the one that set the whole thing up. And you know what? The ranked choice voting thing I'll agree with on Kolinsky's part. Nick Brana is showing great maturity. In foregoing, he won his own election. And they're saying that there's something. He had a girlfriend. They were dating for a while, and then it was a Aziz Ansari moment. It was an Aziz Ansari moment, and he tried to make a move or something, touched her the way she didn't like, and then it was over because they didn't really. I haven't heard anything that has specifically said A, B, C, D, and E had happened. And she said specifically no, and then he persisted, and then a crime had occurred. So look into Nick Brana, and if you think that, Nick Brana is absolutely fucking compromised. But Nick Brana isn't a convicted rapist. He's not a convicted rapist to the tune of $5 million. He was dating a woman. They had a falling out, and then there's something, I haven't heard about it, also any penetration allegations. It seems like the sexual abuse stuff seems overblown to me. There are perverts out there, and you got to watch out for them. The president's old grandpa grope and sniff. Old grandpa grope and sniff. Tara Reid said that he came right up to her and just started fingering her out of the blue. That's penetration. That's penetration. Is that what we're talking about here? I'm also tired of everybody, one allegation comes out against everybody and then everybody just shuts the fuck down. And there's a New York campaign and the main guy, somebody said something and then the whole thing was shut down. Are we going to even question? We got due process. Let's talk about it. But it's like, nobody, it's so uncomfortable. There was Robert Burn something, some guy, Robert Ogburn. He used to be a judge in the San Luis Valley in Colorado. He said that he would rather deal with murder cases than with rape or sexual abuse cases because with murder, the other person isn't in the courtroom. With the sexual abuse stuff, it's like you did that to that and that person, and you did, what did you, and then you did, what did, so we haven't got down to the specifics yet. It seemed like more of a bad day to Aziz Ansari kind of thing to me than anything. Now, if you got the receipts, you need to come up with them because with Zach and Gavin sitting there going after the People's Party, they're going after Cornel West. And they're going after Cornel West in order to protect Marianne Williamson. And I love Marianne Williamson. But Cornel West and Marianne Williamson and RFK Jr. need to all join together. With that trifecta, with those three together under Cornel West, we'll defeat Biden and we'll defeat whoever the fucking Elon Musk or whoever the fuck the Republicans put up. Elon Musk or Mike Gates, Chris Christie, Mike Pence, Mike Gates, Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, Asa Hutchinson, or Doug Burgum. Or Elon Musk. So I think it looks like Elon Musk is the toughest cracker there to beat. He's going to be a tough nut to crack. Now, on the other hand, Donald Trump, he was convicted of rape recently. $5 million, right? He was ordered to pay $5 million for the defamation, right? It wasn't criminal court, but it was a civil court. It was still a jury trial. And a jury looked at the facts of the case and convicted him for defamation of character. He said it was a rigged deal, which our courts are a rigged deal regarding a rape that had happened back in the 90s. And it was rape. I mean, she doesn't like the word rape because I guess it wasn't rape. It wasn't like he took her in the alley and took advantage of her, But she said no. And there's penetration, not with just finger, but also with his unit. He took his finger and his penis, and then when he took, without her wanting it, without her consent, and when he took his finger and put it inside her, he had curled his finger. He curled his fingers inside of her and scraped the inside of her. I guess he thought that that's what she liked. She said she hated it. She said she didn't like that at all. Now, Jean Carroll, on his behalf, for some reason, she said she had problems with the R word too, rape. But New York says that penetration is rape. And if you think about your own daughter, your own wife, oh yeah, they went to Donald and they were sitting in their dressing room and then he shoved his penis inside of her. He shoved a finger in and curled his fingers and then shoved a penis and then he didn't just penetrate with the finger. So yeah, Joe Biden is a sick son of a bitch. Joe Biden's a sick son of a bitch for what he did to Tara Reid. Went up to her and started fingering her and said, I thought you liked me. And then said, you're nothing, you're nobody. You shut up and you better tell nobody that this happened. Now she runs off to Russia. Well, yeah, the president committed a crime against her. She told everybody about the damn crime and nobody gave a shit. He's Mr. Crime Bill. Hey, there was a crime that happened, Mr. Crime Bill. But Donald didn't just penetrate with the finger. He did with his pecker. And I don't know how long, that's another thing. 5-10 minutes, how long did this go on for? So it was a defamation of character because he said that the thing didn't happen. She said that it did happen, therefore it defamed her character. That's how she had to go about it. She had to come up with a clever fucking way to go after him. Since the criminal fucking system failed, she sued him for $5 million for defamation of character because when she said she got raped, he said, nuh-uh, that defamed her character because nobody believed her. And then she had sexual issues of intimacy later on, which of course, Jean Carroll said she remembered Donald fingered her because he had curled his fingers inwards towards the front wall of the vagina, which I hear. I'm not a woman, I don't know. But I hear and I read that it hurts. So she remembered that. So we got two terrible men. The head of the Democrats, head of the Republicans. They both have the approval ranking of a fucking snake. We need Ricky Tikki Tavi. We need the Gilmore Girls. We need some other exciting figure from the past. Not just Ricky. We need a Ricky Tikki Tavi, these motherfuckers. Marsupilami? No, something else. But we definitely need a Ricky Tikki Tavi, these sons of bitches. Just have some perspective. It's like people would rather fucking hate on their friend and their neighbor and the person that is just like them in their age group and their peer. They'd rather fuck over their peer because he's trying to get some traction. He's like a podcaster, YouTuber, trying to get some attention, trying to make a difference in the world. He's just like you. And this other person, Donald's so fucking above us all, right? He's a plutocrat, millionaire, he's been around for hundreds of years. You get on out of here, Don. The sexual abuse stuff with Nick Brana, compare and contrast. Nick Brana with Donald Trump. I'll put Nick Brana up against Donald Trump. Donald Trump has 26 alleged, allegations of sexual misconduct. One was raped during that dressing room, and then the Epstein Island. There's an Epstein, Donald and Epstein, and Nick Brana doesn't have any Epstein connections. So I guess we're getting into the conversations. But Cornel West, I feel like, get the ranked choice voting in the People's Party. Or just push it. Put it in your platform. Put ranked choice voting in your platform. Because we do need ranked choice voting, and you got to be the change you want to see in the world. So you got to run a ranked choice voting, or at least have a plank in your platform that you're going to have ranked choice voting for everybody when you get in there. I think it's fantastic that Cornel West is actually running for president. Now we got a goddamn chance. We got a Kevin Gates. We got an Eminem, a Britney Spears, a Christina Aguilera. We got ourselves a Jesse the Body Ventura. We got ourselves a President Camacho. And his name is Cornel motherfucking West. Is he cool enough? Yes, sir. Is RFK and Marianne Williamson cool enough? I think they are. RFK's got that terrible voice, and they kind of don't look presidential. They don't look the part. Are they cool enough, though? It's a question. Do they accessorize? How's their gait? Are they Abercrombie enough? Do they know the Bill of Rights? Can you name, how many American freedoms can you name? How many Colorado freedoms can you, how many Montana freedoms? Are you cool enough? Cornel West is cool enough. He's been around the block for, what do you say, 50 years?
In Asia and so forth. And so I believe in a cacophony of voices. You know, I come from a black folk whose anthem is lift every voice. So I'm not trying to push other voices away. I'm trying to lift my voice up. And I'm thoroughly convinced as candidate for the People's Party that this is a historic moment where people are recognizing that they've got to get beyond the two-party system. Those two parties are outdated and antiquated. We need new vision, new energy, new vitality, but we also need a humility. So I'm willing to learn and listen.